your boobs are bigger than like their head. I told you real talk, right? Like we're just going there. Hey sis, I'm Sam. I'm a doula and mama of 4, here to give you some support and real talk on pregnancy, birth, postpartum, and beyond. As part of my postpartum prep series, this video talks about my lactation station, but we're not leaving anybody out here. I just like the name lactation station because it rhymes. If you are a nursing mama, pumping mama, formula feeding mama, all of the above, which I am as well, this video applies to you too. So let's get ready for this baby. Really? Homeboy's just gonna be weed whacking right now? No, it's fine, just take your time. I'm just trying to empower moms to be prepared for postpartum, but you know, you do you. You do you. If you want to see my tips and tricks on how I put together my feeding station, then keep on watching. As I mentioned in my 13 breastfeeding lessons from Sean Johnson video, it's so important to have a nice, cozy, comfortable space for you to nurse, pump, feed your baby, especially when you're in your lying in period, which is like a week or so after you have the baby, where you're pretty much just recovering and cuddling with the baby and figuring out nursing and feeding cues. You're gonna want everything that you need in one convenient spot. Now, I'm not opposed to having like a little bell or something to summon your family members to come and grab stuff for you. I should have thought about that. I should have gotten a little bell. One of the ways that I help keep track of when my baby has nursed, what side I've nursed on or pumped on, how many ounces of formula they've had, when they've had diaper changes, all of that stuff is with an app called Baby Tracker. You can keep track of your pumping time, your nursing time, the ounces the baby has eaten, and probably my favorite part about this app is that you can sync it with other people in your family. So my husband has it on his phone. When he's been taking care of the baby and used pump milk, I know how much milk he used, and we can keep an inventory of how much breast milk we have still in the refrigerator. It's so cool. No more pen and paper for that. I knew how much milk my baby was drinking during my workday, and I knew how much milk I had to pump while at work to replenish the stock. It's a free app, and it was such a lifesaver for us, and I'm definitely gonna be using it again. I have 3 things that help keep me comfortable when I'm nursing or feeding the baby. The first one is the My Breast Friend nursing pillow. I really like this nursing pillow over the boppy. I have it as part of my newborn essentials list. I will link that video down below as well. It is a dense foam nursing pillow, so it really keeps its structure not only when your baby is a newborn, but as your baby grows. It'll help hold the weight of your baby up and keep that baby nice and close to you. This is great not only for nursing mamas, but also those who are bottle feeding baby. The second thing that keeps me comfortable while I'm nursing my baby or burping my baby is my handy dandy neck pillow. I'm just like pillows on pillows over here. And why do I have this? Besides that, I wanna look really cool. Whenever you're burping your baby, sometimes your baby falls asleep, but you still need to keep the baby upright to help reduce reflux and things like that. And when that happens, baby falls asleep here, and without the neck pillow, you're gonna be like this. My neck hurts just thinking about falling asleep like that. Get yourself a neck pillow if you don't already have one. Keep it close by at your nursing station, your feeding station, so that if baby needs to be upright for a little bit longer and your eyelids are just so heavy and you just can't bear to keep them open any longer, you will be a little more comfortable, or a lot more comfortable than you would be otherwise. The third thing to help keep me comfortable is by rolling up a swaddle blanket, a receiving blanket, underneath my bosom. If you are a little bit bigger chested than the average bear, like I am, this really helped me out when I was nursing, especially newborns, where your boobs are bigger than like their head. I told you real talk, right? Like we're just going there. I have a receiving blanket. You can use any kind of small swaddle blanket or like a spit up blanket. I roll this up into a little tube and I will nestle it under my breast here, so that my breast is propped up a lot better, and I don't feel like I'm smothering my own child with my own bosom. Just a little mom to mom hack for you if you're a little bit bigger chested. This also works really well if you are using a Haakaa, which I'm going to be showing you as part of my lactation station kit as well. But again, I will prop up my breast, put the Haakaa on, and it helps keep the weight of the Haakaa from just like meh. making my boobs mashed potatoes well before they need to be looking like mashed potatoes. Since we're already talking about receiving blankets and burp cloths, I have 2 receiving blankets that I use as burp cloths. Spit up happens. And I also have 2 different swaddle blankets here, just one of each. One swaddle blanket that has Velcro. So if you have a little Houdini baby in your life and you need to swaddle them up, Velcro swaddles are fantastic. If you want something a little bit bigger, or you want an option that is more multi-purpose, I love these muslin swaddle blankets. They can also be used as burp cloths as well. And if you have company come over and they're a little breastfeeding squeamish, you can use this as a nursing cover. But if you have those people in your life who are breastfeeding squeamish, ain't nobody got time for that. They needs to go. Just saying. Next in my kit is the Haakaa. I love this thing. I wish I would have had it for all of my babies. If you don't know what a Haakaa is, I will do a complete video tutorial on this Haakaa. This is the newest version that they have, and it is a big kahuna. I love it to death. I'm just like so excited that they came out with this version. The other versions are great. They're 4-ounce Haakaas, but this one is an 8-ouncer. Woo, child! 8 ounces, okay? This version does have different top attachments. So if you wanted to pump and then put the bottle attachment on top, you could just feed this to baby right away. If not, you have 8 ounces to work with, my friend. 8 ounces. Why did I get the 8 ounces? Because the last time I had the 4-ounce one, it was great. It worked fantastic for me. But what would happen is I would put the 4-ouncer one on one side and nurse my baby on the other side. But if I still had some milk left on the side that the baby was nursing, but I already filled up the 4 ounces from this side, I would have to get my happy behind up, pour it into a bottle, make sure that nobody spilled it, make sure I didn't spill it, and then I would have to go back, sit down, and attach this to the other side and maybe get another ounce or 2 out. But with this one, I don't have to get up and do that whole song and dance. I can just stay seated, have my baby close by, and I can continue getting the rest of the milk out on the other side with this bad boy. I also like how it has a flatter, a little bit more stable bottom than the original Haakaa, and I went ahead and got the cap that goes with this. I think they called it a duster so stuff doesn't get in. So I went ahead and got that for this, and this whole setup, like, you've never seen a girl so excited to get a breast pump. I'll have this linked down below. I got it off of Amazon and I'm just in love. It was love at first sight. We're gonna keep, oh Lord. Apparently I'm turning into a prepubescent boy. Let's try that again. Since we're already talking about boobs, the next item in my kit is nipple cream. There are so many different types of nipple creams out there and people are very opinionated about them. This is one of those things, surprisingly, believe it or not, I'm actually not that opinionated on. Whatever works for you, stick with that. Try different ones, but I will say don't go overboard. I have never once, out of all of my children, used an entire tube of nipple cream. Never. This is 1.4 ounces. You don't need to be buying no 5-ounce tub of nipple cream. Just get something small. If you want to try more natural versions, go for it, but make sure that you're not overspending on it. And honestly, this is for another video, but I'm just gonna say it here. If your nipples are cracked and bleeding and having some struggles well beyond using nipple cream, then that has nothing to do with the nipple cream. That has more to do with your baby's latch, how your baby is positioned, all of that. Like I said, that's for another video. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see something like that. I will definitely go into that because there's no reason you should be suffering whenever you're breastfeeding. Anyways, we're moving on to snacks. Sorry you had to witness that, but what pregnant lady doesn't like food? And it might surprise you in postpartum how hungry you freaking are, like all the time, especially if you're nursing. In my snack station, I have things that are going to keep me fuller longer, are healthier options, and have the potential to boost my milk supply. My number one favorite thing are my lactation bites, which I will link that video down below. 5 ingredients, boost your milk supply as soon as possible. So check that video out after we're done here. Not now, after we're done here. Another alternative, if you don't want to hand make something, are Cliff Bars. Those are really great. Love me some Cliff Bars. It's a great option even if you aren't nursing. They're a healthier option. They're 250 calories each. They're a nice little small meal replacement or snack, and you don't really have to feel guilty about it. I have a banana. Sometimes I'll keep those little boxes of raisins. I don't have any now because toddlers. but it'll help keep my iron levels a little bit higher. And of course, water bottle to help with your milk supply, to help you stay healthy no matter what. Even if you aren't nursing or pumping, hydration is key, am I right? Whether you're nursing the baby or bottle feeding the baby, in the middle of the night, it's one of the easiest times to get dehydrated, and we don't want that. Pro tip is use a water bottle that has a straw. Don't be messing around with an open face cup. The mom in me is saying, don't do that, you're gonna spill it. I actually took this one from my son because it's a perfect size to have in my caddy, and it has a straw. But once he finds out, I'm gonna have to come up with a different solution. I already have a plan B if he ends up finding out that I have his water bottle. I mean, I bought it. He's 4. I need to stop being childish. Another option is something like this, where I can still open it up one-handed, and I'm not as much of a risk to spill it on the baby or all over the place. It has a narrow spout, not a straw, but it does have a narrow spout, and I can open it with one hand. I can close it with one hand. Do not, I repeat, do not use an open face cup or something like this. It's way too heavy. It takes 2 hands to drink out of it. That's just, you're just dancing with the devil, okay? Just don't do that. Get something like this. Something that you should have very close by, but you don't really think about it until you actually need it. Well, with this being my 4th baby, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and I'm here to help you out, sis. Just get a little grocery bag to put your banana peels in, to put your wrappers in. Because one of the things that gets us so mentally frustrated, at least for me, is clutter, gunk, food smells. I like to have my house as clean as I can. It's gonna get messy postpartum, more than likely. I do have a solution for that on how I'm preparing mentally for postpartum. But for the sake of this video, just throw a simple little grocery bag in your caddy so that you can put your trash in there overnight and you don't even have to think about it. It's a really quick cleanup. Your future self will thank you. We've reached the end of this video, and I'm thanking you, sis, for watching all the way to the end. I hope you took away some valuable information. If you did, please consider subscribing. That lets me know that you're enjoying these types of videos, and share it with a mama friend in your life. See you in the next one.